Hi everyone, happy Friday. I hope you've been having an awesome week. I just wanted to start off by saying sorry that I wasn't able to do a Friday Reads for last week. I wasn't able to finish the book I had in time. And then I also just got this brand new toy, which is a ring light. And it has this amazing effect that just lights you really well. And it does this amazing thing to your eyes. See the little ring in the middle of my eyes? So yeah, I was also waiting for that to come in the mail in order to kind of step up the video quality of Friday Reads, and yeah, I'm really excited to use it, and then for the new videos that are to come in the future. So for this week's edition of Friday Reads, I was reading Building Storm by Gwyn McNamee, and it is part of the Hawke series. Features Rachael on the cover. Let me just get my little notes to make sure I call out all my favorite parts. So the opening of this book was very much an attention grabber. And yeah, it was hard to not turn the page after reading the initial line, and yeah, I think it'll grab your attention and you'll definitely want to keep reading after the initial line. So the book centers around Storm, and her husband has recently passed away. He's been dead for 6 months, and she's been in the house the whole time. She hasn't, she's grieving with the loss of her husband, of course, so she's just been trying to take care of her daughter. She hasn't been going outside the house, been doing anything of that nature. Her friend drags her out of the house this one night to go to a sex club where her friend is interviewing the owner for some type of article. So she begrudgingly goes with her, and the last thing she's really expecting to do is meet someone while she's at this club. She's very standoffish at the side of the bar, not really looking for anything, just waiting for her friend to do her job so then they can both leave. And that's when Landon comes in. We don't know too much about him for a good portion of the book. We just know that he recently moved to try to get away from his father, and there's tension in his family life, but we don't really find out why until, I'd say, 60-70% of the book, more of his background. So Landon sees Storm and is caught by her beauty, and they end up talking for a little bit, and then they end up dancing for a little bit, but Storm really isn't looking for that and doesn't want to be with another man when all she can think about is her late husband. And Landon really sees Storm as kind of a dark enigma, and they begin to talk and dance for a little bit, and then she actually runs out of the club because it's too much for her to handle. And pretty much Landon's always wondering when he's going to see her again and when they're going to cross paths again. Fate intervenes, and Landon actually has an interview for a job through his brother. So his brother, Landon's brother, is actually co-owner with Storm's late husband's company. So when this guy comes in to interview for a job at the company, lo and behold, Storm is there to help approve the person to be working for the company. And what a coincidence, that happens to be Landon, and it's pretty awkward and kind of hilarious. And as much as Storm really wants to fight her building feelings for Landon. It kind of is, it is what it is. They have an instant attraction and they're just drawn to one another and you can't really fight it. And at that point, Landon isn't looking for anything serious. He's just looking for something casual. And Storm doesn't really know if she could even handle that. She's just wants to be focused on being the best mother that she can be and just doing what she can for her daughter. So she doesn't really know if that's something that she can even really offer. This was one of my favorite quotes. It's about, I'd say 50 or 60% through the book, and it is, "Hope is what keeps us going, even when everything is crumbling around us. Hope for something new. Hope for something better." And all Storm's family wants is for her to be happy. Her husband died not by natural causes. Don't want to give too much background into her family and how all that came to be, really, but yeah, there's just a lot that Storm and Landon are both dealing with separately that kind of ends up bringing them closer in different ways that they thought could be possible. And one of my favorite things that Gwen is always able to do within her books is kind of, she adds an element of mystery and suspense. So it starts off really slow, and I'll just say one incident where Storm's tires get slashed. This is towards the beginning of the book, and the family doesn't know if that's who did this or why. Is it kids that are just playing a prank, or could it be something more serious? And that kind of keeps progressing as an underlying issue throughout the book of why this happened, and it kind of just slowly is an underlying issue. There's a couple more things that pop up later, and it kind of happens at moments where you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that there was this air of mystery, since most of the book is focused on Storm and Landon's relationship, but then that underlying mystery kind of filters in there and really keeps you on your toes, which was one of my favorite parts. But in conclusion, have you read Building Storm? And what did you think about it? And have you read any other of the books in the Hawke family series? And yeah, let me know what you would like me to be doing or what you'd like to see in future Friday reads. And do you love this ring light? Because I'm obsessed with it already. But have an awesome day and a great weekend. And yeah,